Hello to my second grade class. Hey guys, happy Thursday, Thrilling Thursday. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start with our journal for the day. All right, this is kind of fun. I love nature, so I love doing nature journals. And so this might be something that you could do with nature that's in your neighborhood or in your yard or a favorite place that you like to go to. This is called My Tree Observation. So the first thing you're going to do is draw a picture of a tree. It can be a tree that you can see from your window if it's raining, or it can be a tree that you create in your imagination. So you're going to draw a picture of the tree, draw details of your tree. So maybe what do the leaves look like? What does the, what if there's flowers on your tree, what might the flowers be like? Does your tree have thick bark or is it smooth? So you can draw some details of what your tree might have. And then you're gonna write about your tree. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines to write about your tree. So think back with our story starters and think of a way that you might want to start this. It could be something like, my favorite tree has, and then you can write about and describe it, or the tree that is in my front yard, or a tree that I created with my imagination. So think about a good way to start writing, and then make sure that you're using some adjectives and details in your writing to make it interesting. Something that if you were to give it to somebody else to read, they would enjoy it, okay? So think about all of that and use your best handwriting as well. All right, that is your journal entry for today. If you were in my math class, you're gonna do something very similar that you did yesterday, and that is the summertime color by number. So you had been doing time, but now we are gonna do money. All right, so we're gonna break this up into 2 days. So for Thursday, today, you are going to answer questions 1 through 11. 1 through 11, all right? So the first page. Then you are going to color your questions 1 through 11 the correct color and use your code under here and your answers to color 1 through 11 the correct color. Okay? Tomorrow we're going to do the second part and do the rest of the questions. All right? So today you're just doing 1 through 11 and color 1 through 11. All right, moving on to spelling. We're doing another Boggle page. So remember, you can use any letters located in the cube and make as many words as you can. All right? For word work, fix up the sentences. Now, this is something that we did all the time in Early Bird. There was a sentence that had mistakes, and we went in and we corrected it, whether it was punctuation or capitalization, or if it was a proper noun, we capitalized the first letter. So be thinking about all of the rules that we've learned throughout the year, and you're going to use those rules to fix up the sentences. All right, you have 5 sentences to fix. All right, for reading, we have another assessment, okay? So this one is about making predictions, and we spent a lot of time talking about making predictions. Do you remember Stella Luna And we talked about pretty much every book that we read this year in our class. We decided that we were going to make predictions first with Dingoes at Dinner Time. Remember, we drew the cover and we made a prediction of what might happen based on the cover. So this is exactly the same thing. So you are going to look at this cover, all right? Mouse and a motorcycle. This book might look familiar. This is a book that you can actually find in the library or at a bookstore, and it's a really, really good book. So this might be something that you guys might want to read over the summer. The Mouse and the Motorcycle. So you are looking at the cover, and just from looking at this cover, you are going to answer the questions. Directions: look at the cover and answer the following questions. You're going to write the title. You're going to talk about what do you think the book will be about based on the cover and why. And the last question is based on the cover, the title, and your predictions. Do you want to read this book? Why or why not? So this is where I would like for you to remember you need to use your complete sentences. So how would we rewrite, based on the cover, title, and predictions, do you want to read this book? So you're going to rephrase that, and you're going to use a complete sentence. And you're going to have to decide, would like to read this book, or I would not like to read this book. And you are going to answer why or why not. So you need to be thinking about your answers and making sure that you're writing complete sentences and that your writing makes sense. All right? So you're writing a persuasive little paragraph right here as to why or why not you think you would want to read or not want to read this book. All right, make sure you check your spelling and your capitalization and put your punctuation in there. All right, guys? Okay, moving on. Science. You have a word search, and it is a follow-up to the life cycle of a flowering plant. So I see water, sun, soil, air, flower, can't read it upside down, leaves, stem, roots, garden, and seeds. So this is all vocab from life cycle of a flowering plant, and you just have a word search. This is very simple. Okay, guys? I think that's it. Today, we are also going to have another community Zoom, and I want you to just come prepared, guys. Make sure that you get the theme from an adult that I sent out the themes at the beginning of the week. So make sure you ask your mom or dad what the theme is for the day and think about what your answer is and be prepared to share. Okay, guys? All right, so good luck with your work today. Take your time on your reading assessment and really use complete sentences and make sure you're answering the questions. All right, have a great Thursday, and I will see you guys at Community Zoom. Take care. Bye-bye.